Money Monday is brought to you by Anderson Brothers Bank.
Businesses are still struggling months after being able to reopen amid the pandemic. If you're an entrepreneur needing to break through these challenges and make it to the other side, our next guest can offer advice on how to not just survive, but thrive. We're joined by Dixon Woodward, State President for the SC Coastal Georgia region for United Community Bank. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Maybe you could just tell us from an expert's point of view, for a lot of entrepreneurs, for the ones who've been able to keep their doors open despite what the pandemic has challenged them with, for those who are still trying to hold on and struggle, what should they be doing now?
You know, I think you got to look at some of the opportunities that have been provided, whether it's through stimulus, whether it's through the partnerships that you have. But a really good, strong theme is to slow down, right? So as you're looking at these things, when you get into a crisis and you find the world around you, everybody's natural tendency is to speed up. And when you go too fast, you make mistakes. We all had to be reactive on the front end of this hit us. We didn't know it was coming. So what do? And we had to react immediately. Now's the time to be strategic. So think about changes in your business paradigm. If it's something that you are in the restaurant business, does that business exist in the same way it does today in the future? And are you thinking strategically about how you'll react to changes in that? Or is it going to go on for another year? And how will you manage that? Solidifying the relationships that you have with your professional partners, whether it's lawyers, CPAs, attorneys, those that can give you counsel and advice, is of critical importance. Right now, you find out who your friends are, and having those relationships with people you can rely on is truly, truly paramount to survive.
Right. Isn't that the truth? Well, I think for a lot of people, their heads are swimming. You know, they're panicking in many cases because they just don't know, what should I do to keep the lights on? Do I let staff go? Do I pare back my what I supply as an entrepreneur? You know, where is some place where they should start to just kind of focus and then branch out from there to figure out the best course of action for them?
You know, this is going to sound like a very canned answer, but it's the right one, which is focus on the people that are your constituents and the people that provide the service or goods for them. So your employees and your clients, right? And start with that and say, how does this affect them? How does this affect our ability to do our job safely? Are we overstaffed to where we can focus on safety for these folks and have appropriate social distancing and keep them out of harm's way? So I think you start there with both sides of the ledger. And then you work your way backwards because, you know, I still believe that in a time like today, doing the right thing for people is what will always prevail. So if you're patient and you think and you're strategic, and now we don't have to be as reactive as we were on the front end. So a lot of the things that we have to do is we have to continue to be thoughtful, strategic, listen intently to the things that people are telling you. I know it sounds like such an easy thing to say. Be as flexible as you can. Be as malleable as you can, understanding that this is finite. Right. This is not the crash of 2008 where we lost 60% of the value of an asset class over a handful of months. This is finite. It will pass. It will also change business paradigms that people might not do business the same way in the future.
Right.
Be respectful of that and be flexible to it.
And you mentioned PPP. Of course, Senate's still struggling to pass hundreds of billions of dollars in stimulus. So you can't necessarily just pin your hopes on that rescue package. You need to figure things out for yourself. And so those tools are going to be supplied during a special summit that's taking place. Quickly give us the details as to when and where this is going to happen and how people can join in. 16th
and the 17th of this month. And I think if you go to the Southeastern Chamber and go to their website, you can access all that you need to be able to attend it. I know that all the safety precautions were being put in place. I'll be participating on a panel discussion on some of these items and others. So certainly look forward to seeing anyone there, and would love to get to know the folks that would like to learn something from it.
That's great. All right. It's the N.E.N.O Summit, Wednesday through Thursday, September 16th through the 17th. It kicks off at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. It ends at 2 p.m. on Thursday. You can find out ticket prices and all that good stuff by visiting their website. It's at the Citadel Mall as well. So make sure that you be there. Some really good panelists, good information. Dixon, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate your time.
We're back after this.
Money Monday is brought to you by Anderson Brothers Bank.